If you've ever been shopping on Amazon, you'll notice that the first few search results will always say sponsored next to them, and sometimes they're not the greatest products.
And this is an example of impulsively buying a gaming PC when you type that into Amazon. It was one that popped up just briefly when I was looking on Amazon one day. And the best part about it is you can't buy it anymore. The specs are very confusing because it doesn't look like it is what I actually paid for. And it came all the way from China. That is a recipe for a great Toasty Bros video. And we're gonna unbox it and see what it's all about after a word from today's sponsor.
We all know and love the Okinos Aqua 3 case for our micro ATX budget builds. But did you know Okinos just released their brand new Aqua 6 case for those ATX lovers out there? Like the popular Aqua 3, the Aqua 6 features a fish tank design with 2 tempered glass side panels that are easily removable whenever you're building in the PC. It also comes with a ventilated power supply basement for the extra airflow, and for airflow out of the box, you get 3 infinity mirror fans. The 2 on the right side are reverse blades, so they brings in nice cool air. We all know walnut is in right now, so Okinos adds that nice touch of walnut with their logo on the front of the case. And with the front updated I/O layout, extra mounting points for fans, and support for up to 360mm radiators, this PC case makes a lot of sense for performance-focused builds. And like every single Okinos PC case, the best part about it is the price. This PC case comes in at $69.99, which is amazing performance that you're getting for the price, and it looks good while doing so as well. So if you're planning your next PC build and you want to learn more about the Aqua 6 and building it, check out those links in the description down below to learn more and buy it today. Huge thanks to Okinos for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it.
So a quick explainer of what is a sponsored Amazon listing. Well, if you go to any website, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, Lowe's, really anywhere, the first few listings are typically going to be sponsored posts. And what that means is that a company paid to have theirs at the very top. It doesn't mean that it's the most relevant to your search. It doesn't mean that it's the best, even though some people may think that. It just means that company threw some money at that website.
And it really depends on what you're searching for. When you're looking for, like, let's say a charging cable, for the most part, you're probably gonna be fine getting the sponsored posts. But when you look up gaming PCs, sometimes these companies that just come in out of nowhere, dump money into Amazon, and the idea is maybe we'll get some people to buy it in a very saturated category. You end up with stuff like this from the brand name of, and we've been having some pronunciation issues here since the history of this YouTube channel. I wrote this out. This is the Rmatamini Mini ITX gaming PC, and we paid $469 for it with an i5 13400 TEF. What the hell is TEF? I don't know, but it still is. It's a TEF, it's a 10-core 16-threaded processor, a supposed GTX 858 gig. So this 850M is potentially mobile graphics from previous gens ago, which is not great at all. A 256 gig SSD and 16 gigs of DR4 memory. Yeah, I'm still very confused. So there's this as well too.
That's a Xeon, right?
That says a Xeon and a 1080 Ti. It could be this. I don't know what we're getting.
That right there.
I have no idea. But it did come from China, which is very random to buy something on Amazon nowadays, unless it's from a weird third-party seller and it just comes straight from China.
It is weird. It feels more like a eBay thing, or like Alibaba or Wish or Temu. Like, well, normally Amazon has different regions. So like there's an Amazon CN and Amazon DE and stuff like that. So it is weird to think you can just go on Amazon and get something from China.
But it's a mini PC.
Dude, look how it's just straight. Like there's nothing
else.
Nothing around it. Is there anything else in the box?
We do get accessories though. A mouse pad.
Whoa.
How beautiful. Look at that little mouse pad. Beautiful. We do get a power cable, which is a European power cable, but you know what they were nice enough to include for us US people? An adapter. Oh. So I don't know why they wouldn't just sell a US power cable, but they gave us the adapter, so we can adapt it to US power. Or I guess you could pull that down as well, whatever standard that makes it whenever you pull that down. Oh, is it just a ground? Yeah.
I think it is. So
oh, it is just a ground.
There may be some countries where they still don't have like your standard like ground system. I don't know. I guess they do this so that they don't have to, they can just put it in the box and then any Amazon around the world can ship it. I will say this case reminds me of, what's that one? Is the S300?
S300, yeah.
Except it's a little bit taller, but like shorter. It is all metal. That's kind of cool. I will say this is a little flimsy, but kind of cool. I like mini ITX cases personally.
That's what really drew my eye to it, is it's a mini ITX gaming PC, and normally when you see a really cheap price next to those, it's either like a really crappy mini PC, or it's something beautiful manufactured in China with some off-the-shelf components you normally don't see here in the US.
Okay, so I mean, just on first glance, like what's interesting about this is there's no ports in the front, just a very unsatisfying power button. I guess that's like their logo. We do have a fan in the front. It looks like a 120. And then there's nothing on like the sides or anywhere else. The back, this is all integrated. So like this is probably a cable that goes to like an SFX power supply. We have Wi-Fi. One of the USB ports is just blocked off. I don't know if that's
is that the super secret spy USB port?
It's for the, flashing the BIOS. That definitely is not gonna be a 1080, but we do have a graphics card there.
It's a graphics card.
It's the basic ports, but notice how there's no I/O. Like this is designed to only fit this board. And the other thing that my eye caught is this. This is how you actually get into the case, and they have like an anti-tamper
Can we
sticker.
Google Translate this and see what it says?
It probably
I'm
says,
assuming
like,
you can say do not
warranty void.
Yeah, let's see. There we go.
上海中国现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
that.
okay, bud.
Yeah, fun fact. I know in the U.S. at least, you actually can't do that. You can't void a warranty for opening the product technically.
Oh, see, look, they left the void behind.
Yep.
That's so funny.
It looks simple to open.
It does look simple. Yeah, good luck selling a PC nowadays without giving the ability to at least, open it up. Like,
You can make it difficult to open, which is what a lot of companies do, but doing the whole void warranty thing's technically illegal.
oh my goodness,
Whoa.
what is happening? Okay, all right, this looks very industrial. Let's lift this up for Jonah to see. What is happening here?
Firstly, this power supply is open. Look at the back mat. Like
Oh my God.
it is.
It's just straight open. Like they actually wired it from here.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I guess it kind of is an extension, but with no coverings.
Yeah.
I mean, you can touch these connectors. I
choice.
see why they say void warranty. If you open, you might die.
You might die. It's not very user-friendly with the way they manufactured it. The board is something custom, I can't tell. I see the RAM up top, because yeah, the RAM mounting is up here. The socket for the CPU is supposed to be 13 Gen Intel is what we're supposed to get, which makes this board even more curious. Look at our front panel though, it's about to fall off.
Bro, there's a USB-C just in there.
There is a USB-C in there. What's that for? Is that for the tracking device?
I'm willing to bet that this board was definitely meant to be in something else, or it's just kind of generic.
Maybe we can find some info on it in system info when we boot things up. The graphics card is clearly one of those modified GPUs. It is not a 1080 Ti.
It does say GTX 850M. I can see it down there.
And the weirdest part is the listing says it's an 8 gig. So is this like some modded
That's a
850
lot.
laptop with extra VRAM added?
That's a lot of extra VRAM.
That GPU is not going to be good. This was back when NVIDIA actually had separate GPU lines versus their standard desktop. They are different, but now they just call them the same name, and you just kind of have to know the laptop one is slower. This is when their generation actually had different names to differentiate between desktop and laptop.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be okay with that coming back. Good size cooler though. Yeah, overall, this thing is very custom, very unique, interesting.
The front, did you see the front panel? The front panel header? It's like hanging on by a thread.
Oh wow, they like had to bend it for the card to fit in.
It is holding on by a thread right there.
Let me see if it turns on.
Let's just see if this thing turns on. I'm genuinely curious.
A little scared of
I'm just hoping this power supply even works here. They give us the adapter, so what if that's the problem? That this is not actually like a...
Oh, like if it's, yeah, if it's 220 at 50 hertz.
Keep watching, Jonah. We'll find out what happens. Okay, let's get the monitor. I feel like we need to fully know if it's working.
We got an RGB fan in the front that's just static RGB. It does not have a second cable, so just one color, you can't turn it on and off. The graphics card's like really crooked in here.
It is really crooked.
And you can't plug in the HDMI.
Oh, you little... Look at this. Look.
Like, there's no way any HDMI will fit in there. I mean, you're gonna need an adapter. Like, it has to be
Yeah, I
just
need an
DVI
adapter.
or VGA.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
or
that
there's
graphics card,
no,
it's either not in all the way. No, it can't go down any further, really.
No, you couldn't do anything. You cannot use the HDMI. There's another problem with this glorious creation. Did you all expect problems? I did.
Hopefully this works, VGA to HDMI.
Better find out. Part of me remembers there was one that didn't work, but...
You know, and this is gonna be a card that we don't know yet, but will this either, it may take NVIDIA drivers or it may need Frankenstein drivers.
We'll find out what's installed. I would bet we will not be able to get normal drivers on this thing, especially that VRAM modification. If I was NVIDIA, it would raise a lot of red flags.
And you basically can't reset the PC. If you do, you lose a lot of those really weird custom drivers that they're gonna have for all this stuff, if it works.
All right.
Take 4.
Straight VGA, straight gas.
This monitor is dusty.
Does this thing got gas? Are they sending out bricks?
Maybe it even needs a minute for like memory training.
Oh, there it
There it
is.
is. AMI.
It's here, baby.
Oh, and it's doing automatic repair.
I wonder why.
It's all the way in the blue screen, and it looks like it's artifacting. Well, I'm sorry, I meant safe mode, but it looks like it's artifacting, unless that's our monitor.
Let's find out. Oh yeah, I do see kind of, let's
It's got some pretty bad like colors to it.
This is one of those where I'll be on it. Oh, wait a minute.
Is that our monitor or the
I
PC?
don't know.
I can go grab, it'd probably be easier just to grab another monitor than to put another
Well, the question
PC
is
up
it
here.
gonna, it's like stuck on that screen too, so it may not be booting.
I'm gonna grab another monitor while you guys watch that.
That is not a good sign. All right, monitor number 3. How many monitors does it take?
Well, it still hasn't booted, but we at least want to see if this thing's artifacting at that. I don't even know like what we do.
Honestly, the only thing that I would do is probably grab
Destroy
like
it.
our little baby 3050 low profile, throw it in there, see if we can get this thing to boot and verify all the other stuff about it. GPU is already sus as hell. The fact that it should have broken is already a big thumbs down for the company, but at the very least, we can kind of see if we can make it work at least, so you guys can see what everything else is like. But other
Especially
than that,
if it does have this good of a CPU as it says.
it should be fine with like a 3056.
It'd be pretty good with that. Honestly, this PC would be kind of cool with that, but although the power supply situation, I have no clue how many watts it even has. I'm scared to touch it.
Okay,
That
monitor.
looks normal.
All right, we're back in automatic repair.
Will it need a fresh install of Windows? The monitor might be cooked or the cable was plugged in weird.
Oh!
I think your PC might be cooked, Matt. What are you gonna do now?
All right, where's our 3056 gig? Let's see, because a normal one, you know, it might be a little goofy, but
The low profile one.
low profile one, I mean, it still would be goofy because I don't know how it's gonna like screw in properly.
Do we not have a bracket?
We should have the normal bracket for it. Let's see. This is the one that we took the heatsink off of already, but we still have the original height one. Just gotta put it on. But yeah, this is a 3056 gig low profile from Yeston. I mean, it has this off, but there it is if you want to put it on it. But we're gonna put this in because I mean, the video could just end and just say the PC doesn't work, but that would be a very short video. So for the most part, I just want to understand more about this PC. I want to see if I can figure out something about the motherboard. I want to figure out if the CPU is what it says it is.
Into Windows
And can
2?
we even get into it? Can we make it work at this point? So this thing won't require any external power. We can plop it in there, hopefully. So I guess we'll just do that. I'm gonna put this bracket on and then we'll try it. Drove in 3056 gig. Jackson took out the very interesting graphics card that was in there before.
Yeah, check this bad boy out. It had no screws holding it in. It just like has this piece, and when the case is down, it pushes down on it, and that's how it's being held in. But yeah, it does say GTX 850M, 8 gigs, GDDR5. I'm assuming these are our RAM chips, so I guess I could believe it. Yeah, maybe
It could be real. It could have been working at one point, but with anything of those GPUs, they're incredibly fragile. They have
Clearly.
very fragile bones. I wonder how the return works for a product. Does Amazon just say, you know what, I got to eat that? Yeah, for a China product
Maybe
like
this
that.
will be the first product we like can't return. Amazon just like Jeff goes, that's not my product.
He said, that's not my product. Why would you buy that from my website? Like, well, Jeff, you approved the ads for that one. Well, the question is there something more borked beyond that? And I'm wondering too if this still has issues if Windows is screwed. But
I would say Windows is screwed if this still has problems. Then we're gonna have to do a Rufus install. We don't have the graphics card now.
I think it's just the graphics card. Yep.
Oh, you think it's gonna work now?
Yep. Yep.
It did.
So it is the graphics
Wow.
card that is. Oh man, look at all this goodies right here. We got
Oh,
some
no, we're
newer-
gonna have multiple partitions.
All right.
I can
Oh
feel
yeah.
it.
This feels like a partition device. Let's see.
Look at it.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we have it set up with a 3056 gig now. I guess I can verify that the CPU is what it says it was.
turn into a
It
truck
shows
now.
the 13400 TEF,
It's real.
10 core, 16 thread, or they made it real.
I need to look up what a TEF means.
16 gigs of RAM. That's fine, and a Kioxia SSD. So it is in there. 256
NVMe.
SSD, NVMe. It is in there. I think for this video's sake, we're gonna install drivers and game on it. Obviously, this is not what we paid for. This is gonna be actually a lot better than we paid for if it works out the way we want to. But then at the end of the video, once we've done all our benchmarking, maybe we'll mess around with it a little more. Maybe do a GPU reseat and just see if that happens to work again. But I have a feeling that thing died in shipping somehow. So let's just game on it in its current configuration.
All right, we're on our modified mini PC, and it is both modified by the seller and us now because it has that 3050 low profile in it, so we can run some better settings. We're playing Arc Raiders at 1080p DLSS set to.
I don't know why it's on auto. Let's pick whatever one we want.
Let's try balance. With transformer model, which also probably shouldn't be on, and we're running static with medium settings, so no real ray tracing.
Might complain about the results though. So.
Yeah, it's not bad. A little bit of latency, but high FPS. We're utilizing 12.5 gigs of VRAM. We're using all of our 3050. I still don't know what's different about this 13400. I mean, it's pulling wattage. It's boosting fairly
I
high.
couldn't find a lot about it when I looked it up. Like
it
it
real?
exists in the Intel like Arc database, like it's there, but nothing that really stands out as being crazy different. So I don't know if it's just manufactured a certain way or what, but
But one of you all will know.
You'll
One of
know.
You guys know what it means.
we got page up too. We can do
Oh
that.
yeah, Kouser wasn't kidding. There really is a lot of. You go down in this
Oh my
alley, and
gosh.
there's arcs everywhere.
But yeah, we're just gonna benchmark a couple games. Obviously, this isn't something you can buy now. We've already modified it. It doesn't really really matter. You can't even buy this thing to begin with. This is more of like a joke to see what we would unbox, and you all had the entertainment value from that. So we're just gonna game on to make sure everything else is stable. Then I'll mess around with the other GPU a little bit, maybe throw it in a test bench just to see if it also artifacts in that. Because I know you're probably wondering, what the hell's an 858 gig, and can it actually game? So we'll do everything we can to make sure that that thing is dead. And if it isn't dead, then we'll show you.
Oh no, he has a flamethrower? Oh wow, I literally might just die. I did not know.
Oh, stop, drop, and roll.
Holy heck.
This is a bad... No! Oh! Roll!
My
Roll!
God. This is so busted. Oh my God, please.
You got a Band-Aid.
Well, there's your minute. I guess I'll crawl now. Look at the tree off in the distance. Hey, 3056 gigs honestly
pretty
carrying.
good.
Yeah, it's carrying this build. That 850 could
Savior! Oh, he's gonna help you!
Come here. I don't think they can, unless he has like a what do you say?
What he said?
Oh, he said, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I'm gonna say kill me.
Just put me down. He said, wait! Oh!
All right, now I'm gonna kill him.
What a guy!
Well, that's pretty insane. I guess I can actually extract naturally now.
What a guy.
Even though I got nothing. I feel bad that he even used that on me. Okay, so pretty safe to say, average of like 86, 1% low, 57. What did we pay for this again?
So we paid, let me verify, I think it was like $479 originally.
And
so
then we added about a $200 card, so about
$469. We added a $200 card, so we're at
$670.
Yeah, the price performance is not good. It ain't good. Well, obviously we'll do like the simper point and everything with that in mind. But this isn't something we recommend you do. It's just more proof of concept to show you that it works.
If the build was a good amount cheaper, even with that 860, with the 3050 added, it could be worth it, but...
The value isn't great.
Yeah.
It's more one of those weird ones that you kind of just like, why does this exist? And we found out why it exists and why they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever mess with one of those arc bots again. That was violent.
Fire's crazy.
Dude, that was crazy being down and seeing that little shot come through. I was like, oh my gosh. Cool. Engage the brakes.
We must evac.
I see a person over there.
What's that?
An Unkabot. Oh my God.
Almost died immediately.
All right, so we can say, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, is it worth $650? Not really. It is mini ITX, but I think that power supply and some of the other kind of iffiness of it, not so far. But let's try another game.
All right, guys, we are now in another demanding game. I'm just really pushing this thing hard, aren't I? Clair Obscure, Expedition 33. We're on 1080p low settings with DLSS set to performance, and yeah, pretty much on low. So this is quite the task for this game, because 3056 gig is a decent card, but this is a pretty demanding game. Safe to say we're gonna be below 60 most of the time. VRAM, we're almost approaching 6. From the times I've seen, there's a little stutter there. From the times I've seen this game ran, most of the time you are in like the 7 range in terms of VRAM. You're not always at 8, but 6 is pushing it for this game, not the card for the game. So that's not surprising, but let's do a little reset here so we can actually get in a battle and see how this holds up.
You just get that new 5059 gig and then you're good to go.
5059 gig and you are golden, baby. You thought 8 wasn't enough? How about 9? 9's gonna be great. Attack!
It's crazy to think your 5050 could have more VRAM than your 5060 Ti.
All right, let's attack. See, it holds up. We are getting dips a little bit below. We're in about 45 FPS. It's not unplayable, but it's not ideal for this game.
Yeah, it seems like it's mainly just like load and lag whenever it does lag.
It does, but the rest of the frame rate is pretty consistent. That 1% low is definitely the lag from when things are loading in, but it's holding up. Again, our 3056 gig, these low profile ones are a little less powerful than the standard ones. They do get a little hot, and again, they're limited to the 65, but in this scenario, a little bit above. That PCI slot's actually putting out a little more. So 67 watts is kind of what we're looking at on the GPU itself. I'll see if there's anything I can change. We already are on performance. There is ultra performance. You can see what ultra performance can do, see if it helps us out here at all. But again, not gonna focus too much on the performance of this configuration. I actually made a pretty decent job, not gonna lie. Let's see, yeah, ultra performance. That's kind of cool to see the scaling. I mean, it doesn't look great, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of cool to see that scaling. It went to playable. The stutters are kind of chill now.
It's a good example of having when you have a good CPU for doing upscaling, it helps out a lot when your GPU's not super great.
Definitely can do that. All right, so let's see if it holds up. We're getting dips below 60 still, but we're not in the 40s anymore when we're doing this battle, so that's pretty good. Little fire rage. Oh, Wow. All right, that was easy. Definitely playable, but again, it doesn't matter too much because this PC in itself is not in its normal configuration, but we're not gonna give up just yet on that other GPU, just for the sake of you guys seeing every possible test for it. We're gonna try to test it on an open air test bench, see if it works, and then we'll run 3D Mark in this configuration just so you have the numbers. But kind of depressing, we weren't able to fully test the GPU, but maybe there's still hope. Let's see. All right, guys, so I have the GPU plugged into our open air test bench with a 9600X. Again, it's here plugged in, ready to go. I don't have much hope this is gonna work, but I feel like we have to do our due diligence, and if this does post for whatever reason, it has no artifacting, then we can try a reseat back in the original system, but let's just see what happens. All right, so she's powering on. Let's see what the video out looks like. Will it be artifacted? Okay, so we have a display out. We're booting into Windows. Wait a minute, is this thing fine? Oh, nope, I see it. I see some of the artifacting. It got into Windows, but I do see the artifact. Let me try to put some Ethernet in, see what happens. See if I can get like an auto detect driver, but I have a feeling I think she's cooked. Let's see, let's keep using it. Oh goodness, this is rough. Linus, I'm so sorry. You look so rough right now. Oh no, hurry, Matt. Honestly, I think trying to install a driver is probably gonna break it, or it's just not gonna detect that there is a graphics card in this system, but we're gonna try it. So Task Manager. Task Manager doesn't see it right now. Oh God! Once you try to install a driver, it is absolutely cooked. Yeah, there's really not much else we can do about this, guys. I mean, GPU unfortunately showed up damaged, and there's no way for us to properly test it. Maybe that's why they took down their listing. Maybe it is just, well, all the graphics cards they were selling were not working properly, but at least we have an actual conclusion here to go off of. It's actually dead.
So Rmatamini Mini actually did make it through the benchmarks once we put our own GPU in that arguably is probably worth almost as much as the build alone, and it seems like the graphics card that they included is pretty defective.
Yeah, it's dead. She is dead, RIP. We were very unfortunate to be able to test it because honestly, the CPU was a little bit weird, but I was more excited to see what a GTX 850 with 8 gigs of VRAM would look like inside this PC, because that really was one of the things that stood out from it in the listing, being a very weird computer. But again, as we started this video talking about some of these sponsored listings, most of the time the sponsored listings can be too good to be true or have some major flaws because they're from new sellers just injecting a bunch of money into Amazon to try to get you to buy their product. And unfortunately, we bought it and we fell for a dead GPU. But we did run 3D Mark to wrap this video up with the 3056K. Again, does it really matter? No, but I'll just give you guys a score if you are curious at home. The total score ended up being 5,054 with a GPU score of 4,671 and a CPU score of 9,449. Semper point right here. I haven't done the math yet, but the Semper point will be right here. And realistically, again, doesn't matter too much, but we got this PC working. Everything else worked all right. If the PC was priced a little bit better and it had a working GPU, it might've been something, but unfortunately, this one was a flop.
But hey, it looked pretty cool, didn't it? Let us know down below what you guys think of this, and we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
This thing will not be for sale at PCBros.tech. It's going back to China.
It may make it back to China or Amazon, maybe on Bezos' desk. He's gonna have to deal with it and fix it himself. Use code ToastBros on checkout. You'll save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.